Welcome everyone. We are in Wuchang Fallen Feathers. This has been a title I've wanted to check out for a very long time. We are at 4K with the 5080, and I'm doing things a little bit different in this video. I've kind of gone through all the settings and determined that pretty much this game runs really well. So we're just going to start off on the Extreme preset, which is the highest preset you can go. Everything has been completely maxed out. And we're just going to kind of see what DLSS can do for us, as well as some frame generation. And go from there, because right now we are hovering right around 60 FPS in this area, and this is kind of a beginning area. I've cleared out some of these folks already. So for the most part, though, I've been pretty impressed with how well it's running, especially at 4K. And we are on native DLAA right now, and we're getting numbers between 60 and 80, depending on where we are. Yeah, again, and this game doesn't really have traditional ray tracing toggles. It's it's just like built into the presets. So again, this is totally maxed out, and we're seeing some really nice performance out of it. Of course, I'm on the gaming OC model by Gigabyte, and let's jump into it. We've got 10.2 gigs of allocated VRAM and 8.4 gigs of used VRAM. And everything looks phenomenal. I mean, this is a really, really smooth, polished running game so far. I'm just going to kind of run into this corridor over here, and then we're just going to turn on some DLSS and see if we can get this number up to as high as we can get. This is a 240 hertz refresh panel. So if you're playing at 120 or 240, you just want to take advantage of that refresh rate if you can, right? So let's do that now, and let's just jump over into it. I am on a controller, which definitely helps with the latency. Not that I'm getting any latency, but that's why I'm on a controller. Let's go 76, which is a pretty damn high DLSS preset here. And we are at 58.59 over here. Looking like that might not have applied. Let's jump over here and see what's going on. All right, so advanced graphics, all right, 76, yeah. All right, so let's just go harder in the paint. Let's drop it down to the 50, see if we can get some movement, just to make sure. Yeah, okay, there it goes. So 50 is a performance setting, and at 4K, it looks really good. I mean, the 4K at performance is upscaling from 1080p. So as you can see, we are in the mid 70s here. Nothing at all wrong with this setting, and everything looks super sharp, ultra crisp, and it's running like about 20 FPS higher than when we were at native. So let's just check this out and go up to maybe quality and see if we can find a nice happy medium, because the goal would be to get a steady 60 and then make sure that we can frame generate from that. All right, so everything looks good here. Just double checking, everything's high, extreme, everything's all the way maxed out. We're not using any frame generation at the moment. So a quality DLSS setting gives us 64, 67. So I would call that pretty reliably over 60, because in this area we were seeing some in the high 50s. But our VRAM allocation is only 10.4, so we're well under the 16 gig buffer that this card offers. And yeah, we're just going to run over here and check out some frame generation. Now, some of these areas are a little closed off, so I want to come up here. It's a little bit more open, and I can see out a little further, just to get some of those distances to load in for us, and make sure that we're doing a nice test here, get a bunch of stuff to actually load in and make a difference. All right, so up here I can let's go fight this guy. I thought I took him out. There we go. All right, this axe is pretty badass. All right, so up here we're in the high 50s again, so we might need to go up a little bit more on DLSS, just depending on your playstyle. Personally, I think that high 50s is fine to frame gen from, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And come over here and let's jump over into frame gen, and let's turn that on. We're going to go with a 2x setting, so we should do a 2x all the way up to 4. That gives us 123, 140 FPS. That's really nice. Everything's looking super polished and smooth. Nice frame time graph over there. And let's take these dudes out real quick. That's a pretty heavy hit right there. There we go. Yeah. This axe is awesome. All right. There we go. Let me get this shield. I didn't pick up the shield. What did I pick up? I picked up some kind of item, I guess. I'm pretty new at this game. So anyway, 143 FPS here. Let's jump over and see what 3X can do, which is pretty obvious. It's just going to be 3X. But I just want to get as close as I can to this 240 hertz refresh, which is kind of where FrameGen really, shows up as a huge benefit. If you're really trying to just max out a panel on a game like this, it can offer some really nice performance that you can definitely tell. I mean, it can really clean up the image and increase the smoothness. All right, so up here we're looking like 150 FPS. Again, this is at full 4K, just running a quality DLSS setting. Let's jump over here and see what the next level can do. So it's 4X. Okay, that's 170, 182. Okay, yeah, there we go. I just hit my refresh. That's nice. It's not going to be a stable refresh rate by any means, but for the most part, this game's running just exceptionally well at 4K on the 5080. And just just out of curiosity, I do want to see what I can do as far as just dropping one level down, get that overall quality up to, let's see, Ultra. There we go. So this is just under Extreme. It's called Ultra, so they've invented a new category for us here, but that's over 300 FPS on 4X, and yeah, this is probably how I would play it, just to get a full refresh rate experience. Maybe come in and lock it with the Rivatuner software or something like that. But yeah, I mean, this is a excellent running game on this GPU at 4K. If you're looking at this game wondering if your 5080 can do it, or if you're thinking about a 5080, yeah, this is a pretty good example. It's nice and powerful, and we have a nice clean image, great running game. So I'm just going to wrap it up there, and see you guys in the very next one. If you're new, please subscribe, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Peace.